beautiful fellow human beings. I got to test some of these under the bridge yesterday, and this one, it had some curiosity following it. However, the shrimp they really liked, and so I'm gonna try to make a much smaller one for the bait fish. I got them all kinds of knotted up. It started pouring. I just tried to film some of these underwater and stopped paying attention to the weather for a good 2 seconds and looked up, and it was white. It looked like fog, heavy rain. And so I had to pack everything up in a hurry, and then these fell out of my bag, so I had to run back. And they're very knotted. I kind of want to try to save the lines. The wind is picking up pretty intensely out here, but we're not going to see much anything other than like the feeder bands. Pretty much inland, southeast Florida. Here's one. I didn't try this one. But I did give which I brought it down when I was swimming to try to get some footage of it. And it was nerve-wracking. There was barracudas everywhere. Really nice size one. They're usually quite small under the bridge. However, yesterday there was a big chonky boy right at the corner, my favorite corner, and so I got to watch him for a while. They're pretty motionless down there until they find something they want to eat, which I've only seen it once or twice. Code Lock got it on footage, and you could hear the chomp. It sounds like a cartoon. All you hear is This one I didn't try either. I gotta hang these up, so maybe a paper clip. Just gonna hang them behind me to keep them good, and then I'll roll them up and put them in like an Altoids tin or something. Ooh. This weather has got me so sleepy feeling. A lot of wind, rain on and off, and ooh, the canal is really going. It looks like a river right now. What happened? I'm gonna try to edit a quick short with the footage. The shrimp head, because it's not like a full shrimp body. I don't really have any curve at the tail or the head for that matter. But it's just some marabou feathers. And I'm gonna brush it out to try to make it look a little better. But in water, it moves surprisingly well. This is really the first time I was able to test little things in the water and be able to see. And that's the shrimp. It's just like a little clump of marabou feather, and that's the candy stick, which I don't have bucktail right now. So I used EP fiber, so it didn't move so much, but it stayed in like, it moved nicer than I thought it would, because considering the, where are these? I'm just gonna hang out on this. Yeah. Really exciting to be able to go down there. Got there at the right time. However, under the bridge is still squiggles, meaning it looks like gas, or you know, on a hot day how above the road you'll see squiggles like a mirage. It's like that, and it'll be clear, and you go under the bridge, which is my personal favorite spot. I like the East Bridge too. However, you have to go on a really bright day, or don't forget your flashlight. And very dark down there, but there's multiple boats. Incredible amounts of spade fish, huge, incredible. I don't think it was a Goliath grouper, I think it was a black grouper that was chilling in the boat down there. Really exciting to see. Saw mermaids last time. So, just gotta get some of this footage on here. Finally could edit again. Let's see. And this is just a Action 4 DJI. It is my best friend, quite literally. Rest in peace, Blue. Being able to photograph down there has changed my entire mental state. So the pictures are a little blurry. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so I'll download that. Sweet. And the footage, I just can't get over it. It was so fun filming them. Just download them all. And there was somebody's crab trap down there, which was pretty sweet to see. And not sure if there was anything in it yet. However, I'll be able to see here shortly, because I did get a. Oh, that looks so cool. Life is good sometimes. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but you will shortly. It was nerve-wracking. There's so many barracuda. I'm just gonna download everything from. Oh, there's barracuda. No, that's I always forget what those are called. They're really pretty, and they're really curious, and they stop swimming. Big eyes. Ton of bait fish. A lot of needlefish too. And I was finally there at the time where they were eating, so there was needlefish just jumping all over the place. And jellyfish. It's the time of the season for moon jellies. Okay, so I took more footage than I thought. Sometimes I try to take a picture of myself down there, and I try to relax my eyes so I don't look like such a crazy person down there, but it just doesn't work out. It's just, like, when I took this picture, I was like, oh, it's gonna be so ethereal. You can't really see the look on my face, but yikes. So now I got to rearrange them. Excuse me. I've been also trying to keep an eye out on been trying to keep an eye out on the Hurricane Helene. It should be strengthening up just about now. And the flooding is no joke. And I know a lot of people in those parts, so they're kind of freaking out a little bit. Where is everything? Here, let's see. What's that? Hello, Ann King. Let me, computer? I do have more in here too. I didn't bring my backpack because I thought there was a chance that it was going to rain, so I just grabbed the bag that it holds the little tent. And I used that, which was not a good idea because it is not waterproof and it kind of got absolutely drenched. I'm trying to find an in-between bag so I could keep it on my back because it gets pretty gnarly from up here, understandably. And alright, let me try to figure this out. Where can I put all these? Oh. Had to dig out some beads. This book has been a godsend, for real. It has some of the greatest works of art I've ever seen. This one, I got really lucky. I got it for $8. All the pages were stuck, but, you know, I don't mind. And incredible patterns, but check this out. This is $4, and there's tons of copies. It's just the new version. Really a shame. Lefty Cray passed away, I believe, in 2018. I always feel so late. Like, if there was any human I would have wanted to meet, it would be Lefty Cray and Jordan Maxwell. Which I almost got to meet Jordan Maxwell. I was emailing him. Well, not almost got to meet. I was emailing him. Didn't get any returns or anything. But I was trying. And then he passed away. I did make this, though. It was pretty chill. Alright, so my charger is over here somewhere. Got some tails. At least I'll be able to see. And then I'll pull up the weather map. Whoop. It's gonna want to take a second, isn't it? It's okay. I didn't test the little bait fish, the one I was most excited about. And a little easier testing there because I could just swim and recover if it gets stuck. And I've swum that path so many times that I know where the rocks are. Didn't give this shrimp a go. I was gonna give this one after. Just another marabou shrimp. I couldn't believe it. Like, the bright one, I was really just where the bait fish were, or the reef fish. So they kind of looked at it and kind of done their own thing. But the shrimp head, oh my god, they kept coming back to it over and over again. A few little tugs, but nothing settable, if you will. And compared to their mouths, the hooks that I used for these ones are quite large. Just putting them on this block. It's been the easiest way to store them all. Oh. And I do have some smaller hooks, and I do have some larger hooks, so I'm not sure what direction I'm going to go in. Nice and chilly outside. Not chilly, but like very windy. Very nice. Why? Oh, okay. So first I just want to see the radar. Because this is starting. I think it's going to be making direct landfall around 9 p.m. Excuse me. There's something else I came on here for. Oh yeah, comments. I do apologize. I am quite a scattered scrambled eggs with Swiss brain. And I may or may not have eaten breakfast. I do have a big hunk of cheese I've been chewing on. Should not have shared that. Okay. Found this box at Walmart for 50 cents. Perfect to throw, like lures in the middle of. I switch in and out a lot. Pretty soon I'll have enough poles where I could keep certain things, but I'll put a clip on it so I could switch the rigs out over and over. Hello, Pre-James. Thank you. I hope you're having a beautiful day. It's a BB gun. Or pellet gun? BB gun? Gonna start taking it on the canoe eventually, but excuse me. It's quite old. Voice is like, but it's probably the last wear I'm gonna get on this shirt. It's kind of dry rotted. I blame external forces. No, I'm just the water could be quite hard out here, and I think the fabric doesn't like it. But boy, do I love this shirt. They're really hard to find. I used to call them laundry shirts because when I was a kid, everyone's grandparents would wear these like really light shirts when they're doing like housework, and I always loved them. And I got quite a few, but they're so difficult to find online because I don't really know what to type. Alright, here's the radar. Oh, mommy. That's a big one. I haven't really seen any, like the eye. It's not a very elegant eye. It's a very, very messy storm. For a second there was two eyes, I noticed. I haven't heard many people mention it. And in one of the live streams there was someone on a shrimping vessel, a 90-foot shrimping vessel in the Gulf, talking about how wild it's getting, and they didn't have power, and they were charging their batteries to get back going. They haven't popped up in the stream yet, so I hope they're doing good. Last year, no, it was like a few months ago, we had two fishermen. I mean, unfortunately, the ocean's hungry, and we do get a lot of people that go missing and lost at sea. But a few months ago, there was two gentlemen that went lost at sea, and one, his boat was found idling on my coast, and unfortunately, he was found a few hours later, no longer. Must have fallen off the boat, and he was super experienced. And that same day, a young man by the name Sterling Glover fell off a commercial vessel 800 miles. That doesn't sound right. I think it was like 800 miles, maybe it was 80 miles. Very far from the coast of Sanibel. And he's never been found. Which I was quite shocked by how little discussion there was around him. And I think he was like, gosh, like 25 or something. Very much a shame. So this is the storm now. I'm just going to grab this because if I flip it around, it'll be clearer. This is the storm now on AccuWeather. So yeah, I'm over here. So just getting some rain and some good winds. My desk is a mess, but as soon as I point over here, it goes still. Well, you'll hear it. Yeah, there you go. Across the way, or across the street, it's a dirt street. And there is just nothing but swamp and grasslands. So there's no shield for wind or lightning towers. But that's a whole nother game. I'll never forget when the first time I got out here, because originally came out here to grow a permaculture forest, and it was pouring, and I was like just working through it. Lightning struck the neighboring property, and the ground was so wet that I felt like my body was vibrating for a good week or two, and yeah. So I take that lightning very seriously, and I already have borderline a phobia of lightning. I am no stranger to hiding under tables with animals. It was just finally getting stuff in the ground after years and years of just growing in storage bins and buckets. So learned a valuable lesson that I should have already known. But in civilization, still a little salty. In civilization, there's lightning towers. But yeah, there are none out here, and hundreds and hundreds of acres of wetlands. It's gorgeous. And as far as really intense, because you could just see all the wind barreling through flat grasslands, sparse pine trees, especially right across, and wild. If it gets windier, I'll try to get some footage of it. However, this is kind of anytime there's a little storm, and like I said, I don't think we're gonna get hit with much. Mainly just focusing on this to keep an eye out for Big Bend area, because they're already flooding, and it's intense. Like, Panama City is already just in red. Heavy, heavy rain. Very intense. So I'm not doing any resin, so I don't know if it'll fit back here. Ooh. Hi, buddy. Can you get on the chair? I have to hold it. Hi, buddy. He's a gremlin. Hey, want to say some flies? Hey. He's a rescue and a bulldog, so his nose is a little useless, so I make sure he's far away from resin. Hi. Your balance is getting so much better. He loves chairs. Loves the heck out of them. He likes knocking them down even more. It's like a ride for him. Alright. How are you gonna... This is church. Ew, none of that. He likes chewing on people too. Hey. Alright. Holding the chair because it shoots. Hey. It's very scary kissing his head because you're either gonna get a mouthful of, not a mouthful, Jesus gross. You're gonna get a face full of sewage or a broken nose. Oh boy. And he's small, but he's so heavy. Let's see. Ooh. Good job. Very nice. Oh. One moment. Also good. I also just noticed on the whiteboard how it says I'll let them out real quick. Probably gone a little too long. My attempt at making dubbing. It's just synthetic acrylic. There's some wool in there. Somewhere I have a hen wing. Some type of wing. I found it at a yard sale. It was one of my favorite yard sales. And there's this house in Lake Worth that has its own little post box and huge agave or century plants. Huge. And multiple. And huge yard, fenced in, big fence, 2-story house, gorgeous. Every time I walk by that, I always like wonder what's behind the fence. One day they had a yard sale. And boy, what a yard sale it was. Turns out they're professors at SCAD, the Savannah College of Art and Design, and they had some of the greatest materials I've ever seen in my life, and I was able to get some feathers, some other things I just can't remember, and what a treat that was. I can't find the feathers anywhere. I thought it was in this bin. I have a big old bin of like 100-year-old lace and things, and not in there. I really have to take everything down from, you can't see it, but the shelf over here, I have to take everything down, because I do have 2 really good sewing machines, and I could really use some help trying to get them back going. Let me put this down a little bit, because there's Singer Featherweights, really hardcore sewing machines, and 2 of them. So between the 2 of them, one should be able to get working. I have a pile of sewing machines, and I don't know if it was the move or what, not a single one works. They're all out of time. And so there's 2 threads on a sewing machine, the top thread and the bobbin thread, and they link, making a very secure, very strong stitch. Made making clothes and making clothes fit very easy and possible, because I haven't done much hand sewing in a while. It takes a long time. And the bobbin and the top thread isn't meeting up, so it's just not locking, and the threads just don't work. Collector indeed. Not a hoarder. I started working at a vintage store when I was 13. Before that, I was obsessed with flea markets, and I would carry an old brass compass to find stuff. I would just like follow it and then like find. It's a very magical feeling. But really, Florida is such a good spot for collecting the flea markets, the thrift stores, the yard sales. A lot of old stuff here. Unfortunately, the humidity does deteriorate paper and fabric like nothing else. So it's been getting harder and harder to find clothes that aren't dry rotted. That's why I never blame people when they're dry rot testing clothes and stuff in thrift stores, because you never know what's been in a Florida attic for over a decade. And there is this one thing I do want to get working. I have this little Morse code thing, and it looks like I could just put a battery of sorts in the back for the light to light up. I should grab it. It's one of my favorites. I should grab it. It's like a smart little dictionary too. This is pretty neat too. I found a book on, what is that? The Flagler Museum yesterday at the library. This was given as a gift, but it's pretty neat. This electrical artifact came from the historical Bryan Street house in downtown Kissimmee. Porcelaneous stoneware and ceramic fixtures were used to support electrical lines in a type of electrical wiring called knob and tube. I have a bunch of those glass fuses too. Are they fuses? I don't know. And it still pains me. A guy was selling boxes of them for $20 and I didn't grab them. It would have been an incredible like light fixture. And like, that's pretty neat. But that's not what I got. This guy. It's a Postal Telegraph Junior set. The light, everything's intact. And you got some things to put wires. I'm really curious how to get this doing something. My friend and I, when we were growing up, instead of, oh, look at that. Why didn't I notice that until right now? I've been looking for wire everywhere. Spool of wire. Pretty neat. We used to text in Morse code. On all of my old computers, I have the software learnmorsecode.org or something, and pretty neat. Yes, there might be times where words are not possible, and messages have to be transferred regardless. And I thought, I don't know why it's a dead form of communication. I'm sure not everywhere, but like, if you're trapped somewhere, you could use, spell out actual words, and, you know, you could bang on something. However, if you bang something in Morse code, you're actually relaying specific messages, like running out of air, or bring snacks. I know how to say beer, I think. I could be wrong. But squirt this little guy. I might have to flip this around. Oops. It's the perfect size for a pocket. Really neat. Got some original. I really honestly score with the old books. There is a Goodwill discount center. Oh, what do they call it? The bins. The bins. So there's a Goodwill on 95. It's a mess. They charge by the weight. So when you go in, you just fill up a cart and then they weigh it. The books. Huge bins of books. Dirt cheap. I've pulled out so many books from the 1800s there. I have a whole shelf full. I don't know what to do with them, but I could never pass stuff up like that. And especially things of age. I also found this, which I just could go with that because they're the same size. But United States history. Another thing I grabbed out here, couldn't pass up. And you really need to get like a big glass shelf because some stuff is just in boxes and it's painful. And oh, I already lost them, huh? I have these really tiny lures, but I brought them in here. I'm not sure what I did with them. Why is it so hot here? I also tried to grind some of the barbs off of hooks and it's a little more difficult than I thought. So I've been looking for barbless hooks, just in case. Because if you're keeping tension on the line, it shouldn't slip out. I don't know why I think that. Out here, there's a lot of turtles, and it's my biggest fear hooking turtles, especially in the canal, because I can't really do much. But if it's a barbless hook, I can at least get down there for a split second without Thomas Nathaniel fucking. Thomas Nathaniel III is the gator that lives in the Nile Canal. That's what I call it. And there's a lot of construction, so I think he's made friends with them, and he comes right up. My little wire got stuck, and I went back and with the PVC pipe gonna try to dislodge it. He was right there, like right there, but I could touch him with the line if I wanted to, and so I did not get to recover that one. But I got plenty of pictures. I didn't get a picture of it wet, which I really wanted to do. It was very light, and I was using just a spinning reel, and I had a weight on it just to cast over the plants, but it just darted around so uncontrollably, and that one didn't get any bites. The big maroon one that's able to move a little slower and like go up and down, that did. And I was trying to make something smaller, so I'm not sure. I think for the canal and the size hooks they have, I'm gonna try something that's just marabou, because I think that movement is really nice. I might even try the shrimp in there. I know there's no shrimp in there, just out of curiosity. And because there's some things in there that'll bite anything. So I'm gonna try to make a allow, I guess. It was so nice though. I didn't do too much swimming because I really wanted to get some fishing in. I didn't even pull the bait out of my bag. I'm gonna give it a go in the canal. I just don't want to waste it, and I don't know if refreezing it And what I've been doing, I have so many clothes and a lot of like tights with holes in it. So I've been using those. Any scraps or bait that just gets frozen and refrozen and like loses its oomph gets put in a stocking, because my plan is tying the stocking and just letting that use it like a chum bag. And it's really picking up out there. Kind of want to go see this. I have to get out there. It's been very hot, very muggy, so I haven't been doing a lot of weeding, but gonna have to get back out there. And I mean, I'll just take a second. And I'll try to edit this video. Oh, I look a mess. Everything's looking really happy though. Make sure there's no papaya. Oh, there's one. Hey, perfect. Nice. I love green papaya, and this one is too hot, way too high to harvest from. But green papaya, oh god, it's so good. With some curry, you could make it like sweet potato. See what I mean? Sleepy Hollow tree. When this isn't in season, it loses all its leaves, and then it'll just be a bunch of pointy sticks. Big old thing. And the mulberries are being chewed up right now. However, I do not mind, because as soon as you see this, I mean on these trees specifically, could be different everywhere, it's about to erupt in fruit. Every single year. Awesome. Been I don't know, a little depressed I guess, so I haven't been doing much planting. Wow. What's that? Oh, passion fruit. I haven't seen them this small before. I wonder if that's a different... You see the Jacardi vine? Those super, super toxic seeds are... I always get toxic and poisonous mixed up. But... Damn, air potato. God, really beautiful leaves, but all that's gonna be gone. Doesn't take too long to rip it out. It's one of my favorites. This is just from one paddle in Lake Worth. One paddle. Always down to mail anybody a paddle. They're pretty easy to come by. And really tasty. When the paddles are nice and young, they're very crunchy. You can make a salad with them. Got some wood. Look at that. So this was just one cutting from a neighbor. And look at that. Can't really tell the size. Really big. Oops. Oh. A little out of it today, but that's okay. Trying to find a flower on it. The blooms are really something else. And they change color. This is another one that's really easy to mail. If anybody knows exactly what it's called, my neighbor says Southern Hibiscus. However, I can't find much on it. Beautiful heart-shaped leaves. And in shade, they're variegated. In full sun, they're nice and vibrant like that. Don't mind my seed table. And this is the butterfly ginger. It's still doing great. Needs some sun. I really gotta get out here. Ah! Caught on things. And Oh, I don't want to show that either. Huh. Saw that. It's a little pond. It's seen better days. Mame sapote tree. Little baby sunshade plant. Things grow just so fast out here, so one week it'll look like this, the next week it'll look like there's some control happening. Peanut butter tree. I won this in a contest. Big old pines. Blue's back there. I still haven't been back there. It's too heartbreaking. Soul shattering. That's where he is. It's too sad. That pig will forever be my greatest friend I've ever had on this planet. Sometimes I want to get another pig, but I don't know if I could handle that again. They're so, oh, bananas. They're so intelligent. It feels more like a roommate rather than a pet, which I never really could care for that term, but for lack of better words, just is really with it and really really fun to be around. Kind of put my entire existence on hold just because one of those creatures you want to spend every second with, and tried to make the most out of it. And I'm guessing it was a blockage. Oh hey, look at that! One tree down. Oh man. But that's okay. I think it fell at the perfect time. So those should be good. Isn't that wild? This though will produce the greatest seed starter. When this starts breaking down, it's the blackest, most nutrient dense, well, I don't know, but really good soil. Shoot, it's crushing the monstera, but ooh, got some fruit. This thing produces a lot. Oh gosh, my faces. This thing produces a lot. And this is another thing that was just a cutting from a neighbor. Oops. So they're giving away a fruit, and I was like, oh man, I've always wanted to try that. I've been looking for one of these plants for a long time. And wow, look at that one, it's all up there. So gave me a fruit, but also a cutting. And the cutting was very small. Look at that. Ooh. Ooh, that's squishy. Cutting was very small, and now it's huge. It goes from here all the way back. Really nice. And up here, still just trying to get the shade growing. Uh-oh. Hi, kitten. That's Itkin Egas snake. Oh man. I think my neem tree died. I've just been out all over the place, and it's a lot of work by hand. So I've been trying to get some other things going and keep my soul fed. Hey, kitten. She's old. Right. This is Itkin Ego Snake. She's the best fishing buddy out here. She comes right with you. She'll walk all the way down, and then when she gets bored, she comes back. Want papaya? Hell no. But wild, so already one. I'm guessing a few more of the bananas will fall. They always do. Same thing with the chaya. The tree spinach. That's why I always try to recommend. Oh yeah, check that. Smells so good. But if you plant chai, come on, kitten. If you plant chai, plant it away from your house or in a pot, because this is what happens. Very shallow roots. So, but these, look at how substantial. There's two kinds that I know of. This is the, let's call spiny, and really tasty. I haven't bought spinach in years. Anytime I get spinach, it's like slimy and fishy the next day. I gotta get in there. My rosemary. Rosemary is really, this is Code's place I'm just planting up. And this is the other variety. These are great to use kind of like grape leaves. And same thing, boil it once or twice. I boil it twice. They keep their structure. They don't turn to mush. Really, really good. And this one is a nice sized tree. Get to what you want. I think she's hungry. I shall feed Itkin, Egos, Snake, as well as myself, and then edit that short, and then I'm going to try to make some more flies. So this is just kind of like a stream before the stream, if you will, and try to spend some more time on stream. Y'all do wonders for my mental state. I'm not even kidding, because it's pretty lonely out here. Like, it's just Code and I just keep him busy. There's not a lot of like social spheres or anything like that, and I'm really far from my hometown, so you know, live streams are, they become quite a see, this one knocked over too. That one knocked over last year. And it was just growing how it wants to. Gorgeous trees, tons of butterflies, really cool Dr. Seuss like flowers. Really nice. All right, kitten, my time is yours. Really nice flowers. Alrighty, y'all. Well, I shall see y'all very soon. And to tie some flies, I'm gonna try to do it through Kinto, so you'll actually be able to see what my hands are doing, because just practicing every day, I'm slowly trying to learn more techniques, and y'all have some really, really helpful advice. And I already deployed some. This is cassava. Holy trucks. So much. There are probably the biggest tubers known to freaking mankind down here. It's an ocean. It's an ocean of cassava. I'm trying to find one of the fruit. Oh my god. There's so much. It's another one that you want to be careful planting. But even one tiny little thing like that, that's every notch is a new plant. Really good for storage bins, buckets, and produces a ton of food. You got to prepare it properly. I haven't yet, but I'm waiting to learn from someone in person, so I could really make sure I do it right. And I really like learning in person. The internet is just too vast. I get too distracted and end up watching things that aren't what I'm trying to learn. But hope everyone has a beautiful day. I shall return within an hour after I eat and try to make some more treats for the fishes. And yeah, planted an olive tree. This stuff though is an absolute nightmare. Oh my god, it pulls so easy, but dang it, it's rough. But it's completely covering my rosemary. But it's easier to go from the bottom and kind of slurp out the vine, because it comes out so easy, but it grows very, oh, that smells so good. It grows very quick, very quick. Anyway, hope y'all have a beautiful day, and I shall see you soon. And if you ever have any questions or advice, never hesitate on Instagram. My Facebook gets really buried, and I'm hardly going through the. I don't know why it has to separate the messages like it does, but Instagram. I should throw my email up. I've been trying to use that more like a normal person. Okay, happy trails. Good for catch and release. Oh no! The Goodwill bins, dang. God, yeah. Every time I brought a friend there, they were like, "This place is too much. I'm not touching anything." But God, I found unlimited treasures, and it was always funny when a new bin came out. Oh my God, like vultures, because there's a lot of like Louis Vuitton or whatever stuff like that, and people just go for the prints, and or the monograms. And I always regretted not getting that on film because it was like a sports like a sport. God, everything is so drowned. Is that sweet potato? That is definitely sweet potato. Very nice. And this is, I'm guessing, taro or moringa. I get all those confused. Very nice. Definitely gonna try to figure out something to do with this. Might make a salad because I haven't done that yet. But definitely not gonna waste. Green papaya is one of my favorites. It's almost like a sweet potato rutabaga when you cook it. Even just steamed, really good. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh. Wow. So I leave the Spanish needle. A very easy way to get some local pollen. Every part of it, as far as I know, is edible. Peppery, really good. The young leaves are really good in salads or on sandwiches. But all that pollen is the easiest way to get local pollen. Biden's alba, Spanish needle, really good. I used to make a killer dip with this. Haven't made it for a while. One of my friends is from Haiti, and they laughed their ass off when I tried to serve it to them. They're like, there's no way. Which Mario is not doing well. I think he has a broken ankle. Mario is an artist in Port-au-Prince. His art is just killer. I'll try to remember to post a link to it. But it's Atis, A-T-I-S, Alpha Tango Indigo Saxophone. No, Sierra 198 on Instagram. His art is killer. And feel for that guy. But anyway, long story short, I don't know why I say that, but happy trails.